Is that a special case? Well, it's a little bit late tonight, but another day. Yeah, it takes hours. Yeah, takes a long time. At least half day. Yeah. Normally it takes a whole day if there are many people. Yeah. Half day we do. Or you come tomorrow evening or something. Yeah.
I can be tomorrow evening
Yeah.
and Wednesday. I planned for Wednesday, but I can be here tomorrow
Yeah.
evening.
I would prefer that some together, like
Sure.
3, 4 together, or at least. If every day one initiate, it take a lot of time. So
Are you interested? Are you
No.
a vegetarian?
no, only you are interested, right?
I
Then don't need
I don't know. I am interested, but I would like to have some more
information. Sure.
I'm looking for an inner and outer guide,
Mm.
teacher, and I have been on several paths,
Like what?
initiated on a Satma.
Oh. And why you look for another one?
I found the outer teaching,
Yeah.
although the truth is in the teaching,
Yeah.
it is very conflict with my own personality.
For example.
For example, it's very much black and white.
Mm.
It's like, this is evil, this is death,
Ah.
and then everything else is less than this. That way.
Not necessary, or not necessary to inflexible like that.
That's my thought. And I am still unsure, of course, what is the path that is best for myself,
Mm.
and also is the
Mm.
Buddhist
Mm.
and most efficient.
Understand.
The light and sound currents and things like that.
That's good. That's good. You're on the right path. It's just probably the teaching or the personal guidance of the master on your path has not quite suited, your own taste. That's all. You see, each master, even though, for example, if one tree has many branches, right? It's same from the same trees, but each branch has different kind of artistic arrangement. Yeah, you probably prefer this branch or this flower instead of that one. That's all. Okay. So the path is correct. Yeah. Yeah. Just probably you need a little bit personal master, a different master, maybe.
Possibly.
Yeah. Then you look, huh?
One thing that the path says is that when you're initiated by a master, you have an experience during initiation.
Mm-hmm.
Yet I did not have an experience during that initiation.
You didn't.
However, as I went off on the other paths, I started having other types of experiences. And so that began to re-question in my mind if it was the right path
Mm.
to be on. And if we were to receive, or if I were to receive initiation from you,
Mm.
would there be, as an experience, part of that initiation also?
Mm.
The way that I know
Mm.
that initiation, that is.
Yes. May I ask you which path you follow except from Sanmat? Mm.
Other paths that I've studied, but no others that I've been initiated on. There's been the SRS path, the Yogananda.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's similar to Sanmat, no?
Sounds similar,
Yeah.
but similar, but somewhat different. Yeah.
Somewhat, yes.
Yeah. And my own personal development has caused me to look at the world in a way that is different, in that it's like nothing is right or nothing is wrong.
Mm.
And I haven't fully accepted that yet, but that's how I feel myself moving.
Mm.
And that's more the path that I think is so comfortable.
I agree. Mm. Yeah. Finally, we have to come to that conclusion. Yeah. Probably you are a little bit more advanced than the ordinary teaching of the master. You must know that when the master teach in the public, this this is a little bit kind of general guideline, you know. It may be different from his own opinion. It's slightly different. And also maybe when he teaches some other individuals, more advanced disciples, he probably talk in a different tone. Yeah? I'll give a little bit different guideline. Yeah? Yeah. Also, most probably that the master himself doesn't experience that much. That I know. Not that he doesn't experience the higher teaching in the higher way, in a higher world, but some of the masters don't have very deep experience. You understand about everything, about the world, and about the individual's feelings. To do that, to be able to do that, the master has to step out of mastership, step out of himself, of the role, and experience everything else. Yeah? Or he has to experience that before he accepts the role of mastership. Most masters don't. Most masters just inherit it from the lineage of the father, forefather, yeah? Spoiled child. Shield, overprotected from all the so-called bad or good experience of life. Therefore, he might be able to guide the disciples in a very general guideline, as the forefather did, but not in a personal manner. You understand? Not by individual, personal experience. Therefore, the teaching is not forceful enough to convince the disciples. It has no essence behind it. It's like a beautiful flower without fragrance. Understand? And not many masters are daring enough to experience things the way they masters don't. Most masters just inherit it from the lineage of the father, forefather, yeah? Spoiled child. Shield, overprotected from all the so-called bad or good experience of life. Therefore, he might be able to guide the disciples in a very general guideline, as the forefather did, but not in a personal manner. You understand? Not by individual, personal experience. Therefore, the teaching is not forceful enough to convince the disciples. It has no essence behind it. It's like a beautiful flower without fragrance. Understand? And not many masters are daring enough to experience things the way they are, and to look and to accept things the way they are without any judgment, without put a finger on and say this good, this bad. Understand? Because they're also preconditioned by other teaching and by their own role as a master. They cannot forget themselves as the masters. They cannot step down and be ordinary. Okay? Never mind. If you don't like any other path, then don't need to follow anything. Follow your own, whatever you like, the goodness in you, and meditate on the light and the sound, and come to us, for example, my birthday, and dance together. Okay? Maybe next year. This time is gone. Last night I'm too tired. I cannot. I'm too tired today because I danced too much last night. After one week retreat, we work very hard. Pressure, and meditate, and 10 hours, and 12 hours, and lecture, and discipline, and and then on birthday, we gone wild. Let loose. All the energy come out. And boom, 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 boom. They make me dance twist. Rock and roll. They invited me. What can I do? Or that I have to dance. But I'm tired. My legs. So long time I didn't dance like this. Before I enjoyed it. So 10 years or something I did not dance. I was birthday and requested. we make a wild game. We make a lot of nice music, waltz, yeah, classic as well as modern. Yeah, so if you feel fed up with everything else, then come and dance on my birthday. Okay, that's all. Follow any master you want. Welcome for a dance party. All right?
Were you 42 years?
41. 41. Oh, 42 makes no difference. Yeah. 42? No, 41. 41. Make it 40, okay? 39 will be better. Huh? Follow your own intuition. What is it?
Were you asking for more information about the teaching?
Well, this is my first experience tonight, ever. And, following my intuition, I think, is one reason that I'm here. And my good friend Stephen here also. So, what is the relationship between you and your disciples? And what is the parameters or the...
I don't feel any relationship. We always have fun together, and that's all. Yeah, I never feel that I'm master or disciples or anything. I don't feel the role of the master. I try hard, but I cannot catch it. So I just be one of them, But even though I have to sit here, so that they have to look, just request it that way. But I don't feel any difference.
Would you feel then that as a person develops and evolves into their own experience, that they express their own individual uniqueness, of the Godhead through them?
Yeah.
And so, in a sense, you guide people into becoming more of themselves, which is different.
More to be aware of the difference of their own different development, of their own steps, of their own level.
That adds to the oneness.
Yeah. They don't need to be like me. Yeah, but they just have to be aware where they are, so they can guide themselves and don't stumble. That's all. Yeah. In case they stumble, I just give them a hand. Of course, I'm aware that I'm a little different. The way I think. Of course, everyone is different. I'm aware of my differentness. Yeah, of my differentness. And I want people to be aware of their differentness, but accept everyone as the whole. You understand? That's all. I do not expect people to be like me. But I'm aware that I'm different. But then I'm aware that we are not different. Yeah, in the difference, we are not different. Yeah. It's just like the fingers. Why should it be like the mouth? But it isn't a necessity. Well, it's fun. It's fun. But it's no fun at the same time, because people try to be like me and also don't accept themselves, and that makes me tired. They try too hard and I feel their effort and that's when I feel tired. If they relax and be what they are, and just learn with me what I can offer and learn themselves what they pick up outside, and accept themselves the way they are, then I'm happy. Yeah. The most tiredness comes from the people who could not accept themselves and want to become Buddha yesterday. Understand? Yeah. But that's all. That's the only pressure that I have. Yeah. Otherwise, I don't have any pressure, materially or spiritually or mentally, nothing. Pressure comes from people that they're not happy with themselves. Yeah. And they rub off on you, And they expect you to solve their problem, to make them become a Buddha yesterday. And that I cannot do. They should not become Buddha yesterday. You understand? Why should they? Yeah. So the best thing we can do is to make people to be happy with themselves. Yeah, that's it. And there are some secret to shorten the way, that's all. Yeah, to shorten this realization. Okay? Does it suit you? Is it like what you think?
Yes.
Yeah, I know it is. Yeah. That's what you think. That's why you're not happy with many of the path. Even though Sanmat is a very famous path, and most of the Sanmat masters are very famous, world famous. Yeah. Whom were you with? May I ask? Huh? Ajahn Singh. Ah, yeah. Well, probably that's why. Ajahn Singh is very nice, but I know why you don't like. Not that he's bad. He's just too square. He doesn't marry, you know. He doesn't have girlfriend. He's too good for nothing. He's a saint. He's a saint. But in German we say a saint who is miserable is a miserable saint. You know? Well, some saints lead a very excited and liberal and a little bit easygoing life, interesting life. Some saints lead a very austere life, a little bit dry, a little bit serious, sometimes too pressure, too compressed or what. Yeah, that's all. But they are saints all the same.
Ajahn speaks of different inner levels of attainment of different masters. And I saw a video of you while we were waiting, and you seemed
what?
I was watching a video that you had done.
Yeah.
And it sounded as if you were also speaking of these inner levels a little bit also. And of I'm trying to articulate this. It would be, the astral, causal, and then beyond.
Yeah.
And in the pathway, in the past that you are familiar with, going up, you're going through these levels into these upper level, or where are you within this? You
mean me or people? You mean you as individual, me, or the you as a public?
I don't.
You mean the practitioners or masters?
You ask me
yes.
personally. Do I go through this and go up and down again, right?
Yes.
You mean did I go through all this?
Yes.
No, I didn't. I jumped right from the top down here. I go on the other way around. I dive.
Is that an unfair question?
Huh?
Is that an unfair question to ask?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. You got a stupid answer.
Okay.
Well, actually, who cares? Who cares from which direction I come? I'm just happy. Okay. Yeah, I don't care anymore where I come from and where I go to, and which and which direction I end up. But for what the disciples say, for what I have heard from them, I seem to come right from the top. If you can believe thousands of them, then probably I'm from the top, yeah? But I don't care. I don't care. If it is true, if it makes them happy, okay. Understand? Huh?
That's okay, not really.
Not really okay?
Well, I do understand somewhat, but I'm also, what I'm doing, you probably know, I'm kind of grappling with the...
You want to know my level, right?
The rigidity of my past path.
Right,
and
right.
using that kind of criteria.
But I'm not in the past.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm confused.
Why?
Maybe you should ask about disciples.
Mm-hmm.
Because that would be making one footnote to your path, and people that have to the path.
Yeah, the disciple we have to go through. Go through all these levels in order to go up. But if you ask me, I'm not in it. I'm not in the path. I'm outside.
Disciples through the path, or do you take them all the way to the top and drop them down?
Go through the path, through the path. They have to go through the path. Yeah. I teach them exactly the path, the exact path that they have to follow. But I can't be in it. I'm everywhere. Walking up and down all over. Picking up here and there. Yeah. Yeah, I'm also outside and inside, yeah. It's supposed to be like that. I don't even know. Who knows? And what for? What for should I know all these petty things? Yeah, I'm sorry, but you asked for it, you know? You asked for an extraordinary answer. If I talk like Ajahn or Kapalo, you know, you will probably feel bored. Because you have read all this already. you have heard all this already. Why you want the same? If you want confirmation, you won't get it from me. Because about what they talk, if whether what they talk is correct or not. You understand? Yeah. I will not give you. It is correct in a way, but it's not correct for the master, you know. You ask my own level, so I have to talk to you in this way. Yeah. If you ask about how I guide a disciple, what is the path you have to follow, then I tell you in different way.
How do you guide the disciple?
Well, just like a child or whatever. Yeah, Yogananda. Yeah. Individually, inside. Outside is just general, for the mind. Answering questions for the mind. And I'll say, untying all the knots. That's all. But inside is individual path. Each one is guided individually, inside, according to their own understanding and level.
Guidance. I heard him speak of the way you can tell it coming from the Godhead, it comes through on a sound current, melodious, as opposed to being voices which are more lower level. They call them demons in the tape. But in the communications that I receive, they're normally in pictures. It's like it's a concept, and then from that concept I have an understanding, and that understanding can change as my understanding changes. Now, is that still coming from a source that I should follow, or would you say that's coming from a more mental source of say, a lower level? Am I being clear?
You mean you've seen visions which represent some concepts, and then you do not understand these concepts?
Oh, I understand the concepts.
You do, yeah.
And then as I begin to move or act upon that understanding, sometimes it has worked out very well, and sometimes my understanding, I believe, has been not correct of what that vision meant. And so I'm just seeing if you can help me with a way to differentiate.
Understand? Yeah. Okay. The best way is just to ignore them all, because you understand with the brain is incorrect. Yeah, your soul will know anyhow. Understand? The visions are just the leftover from what your soul has discarded. Yeah, and nothing really so important. Yeah, just like we eat some food and we digest it, all the best thing, and the rest is visible outside when you go to the the bathroom. That's all, okay? The invisible one you have digested, and it has become your blood, your brain cells, your new cells, yeah? Your vigor, and your strength, and your, mental thinking, yeah? And your actions. This is important, not what you see, but what you have digested. So meditation actually doesn't mean to look for vision, but to watch our growth inside, whether we have become more wise, become wiser, more compassionate, more at ease with ourselves, yeah, and at ease with the fellow beings. That's the most important thing. Not to look for vision, okay? That's it, yeah. Vision just left over. But actually all the master have to tell people that, oh yeah, you see this and that and all that. Well, it's good for them. Or children, you have to give them toys in order that they go to school. Yeah. But whatever they need, we have to give, yeah? Therefore we have some kind of thing to hold on to, like visions, light and sound. These are the teaching. But there are other things go without light and sound too. You understand? For example, when you see the master, a realized master, the master may speak to you or may not speak to you. You may see the master or may not see. And the master may rest in the room, or you may may speak to the master directly, but all the same you get something. Understand? Invisibly. Yeah, and that is very important. You understand, yeah? I believe you understand, yeah. It's okay, you can follow any master you want. Most important is to find your own master inside. Follow their teaching, not the master. But they are the saints. How many saints in India? But too much similar teaching can be boring. That's all. That's all I can say. Yeah. Some people grow out of them. Yeah, that's good for them. The master can only guide you to certain extents, and you have to grow yourself. Okay. That's what it is. So don't blame any master if you don't progress. It's not their fault. But of course, I believe there are different levels of masters. As I have told you, the reason you're not satisfied because some of the masters are too concrete, too set in a pattern, yeah? So it makes the disciple bored. The disciples are probably more lively, more experienced in different aspects than the master. Because after all, we are still in this world, yeah? We have all kind of feeling, sensation, needs, yeah? Materially as well as spiritually. Why should we deny one just to fit the other? We don't need to deny, we just take it easy. Understand? We have to find the kingdom of God. You understand? But not by going thirsty, hungry, and kill our all feelings and become an eunuch. Understand what I mean? If you want to go that way, it's okay. If you don't want, then it's okay. As long as you remember the kingdom of God and find it. The kingdom of God is beautiful. It doesn't deny anyone anything. Really, it's true. Everything comes from God. But we have to reach that level in order to understand. Just like the children when they started to walk, and they cannot run so fast, even though they will be able to run in the future. Yeah? Then the disciples mostly has to follow what the master say. And the instruction of the master is acting as a shield, yeah, and as a raft to take the disciple across. But once you cross it, you cannot carry the raft on your shoulder all the time. It will become a burden then. On the river, it becomes a help, but on land, if you carry it all the time, it becomes a burden. See? So, if the master carry the raft all the time with him, well, that's his fault. Or he burdened himself. But nevertheless, he's also the master. Yeah? Once you cross the river and came to the other side of the shore, you take the raft or not, you are still on the shore already. Yeah? You have crossed over. You've done with your journey. Fine. But if you take the raft with you, you just burden yourself only. You don't burden anyone else. Then it's okay. So the master, whether individually, lively, open, liberal, happy, easy, then that means the master already throw the raft away, knowing the necessity of this raft on land. But the other master, maybe he still like the raft, it's beautiful, carry it around, it's okay. It just look burdensome for the onlookers, yeah. That's what the difference between masters. Now you understand or not? Yeah. So probably you have found some or one of those masters who take the raft around and that you don't like very much. You feel something wrong but you don't know what. Because actually if someone want to take the raft with him, you have no right to stop him. And we have no right to criticize, really. Right? We just feel not right, but we don't know what it is. Yeah. So that's why you told me that some of the masters, the teaching are a little bit too I'll say, too one-sided, right?
Yes.
Yes, too black and white, too concrete, too inflexible. Yeah, okay. Well, that's the reason. Because they are spoiled children. They are spoon-fed with spirituality from childhood. They are left with no chance to experience the ups and downs and the stumbling on the way. Understand? Yeah. There are spoiled children and there are experienced children. That's all. Okay? So find one that suits you. But the path you follow is okay. If you don't find the master is suitable, then you probably go and have fun with another master. I'll go and dance on my birthday. It's okay. Alright? Yeah, but the path is correct. Yeah, the light and sound is a correct way to realize God, yeah, to come closer to God. But other things, different tastes, you have to add it. Yeah, like noodles is staple fruit, rice is correct to nourish you, bread is staple food, but you add it with cheese or jam, is up to you. Or eat it like that, dry, dry and full of protein. Yeah. Like tofu and all that, yeah, all full of protein. But you can't just eat that every day. It's too boring. Yeah, you have to put pepper, sauce, tomato ketchup, something like that, and cook different every day, even though it's the same tofu. You know, a good cook can make different things, different dishes out of one or two or similar ingredients by changing the way. Yeah. That's all. That's also the way with a good master. Same teaching, same path, but very colorful, very interesting. That's why I teach the same path, like the ancient masters, like Jesus, like Buddha, but I allow my disciple to dance on my birthday or other day when we sometimes feel like it. Yeah. If we can exercise by hatha yoga, why not by dancing? That's all, yeah? And we had a good time. Yeah, you can't wait to see the video. You don't see me with wearing very chic Vietnamese clothes, high heels. And everybody was dying to invite me to dance. And my leg was so swollen. I had to run. I hide away. I escaped. I escaped from the joy. Yeah. Yeah, I wore different clothes, Vietnamese clothes, you know, very, you know, those very cheap. Yeah, very tight. I used cock. Yeah, everybody was startled, but it was fun. They loved it. They loved it. They loved their modern master. A very modern one. Okay, so I'm a modern one, and probably other master are a little bit more, I'll say, sophisticated, conservative, that's all. But they are masters, yeah, all the same. Don't doubt the level of your master. He's great. He's a good saint. Just but that's the way he is. That's what makes him the way he is. That's what makes his disciples to follow him. Yeah, and that's I am the way I am. That's what makes my disciple follow me. If I am him, he is me. It's done. It's no fun. Yeah, and we have no choice then. Too bad everyone is the same. Every master looks the same, teach the same, behave the same, and then we have no choice. What a desperate situation. Yeah, just like in the garden, everything is roses, even though it's the most beautiful, but no choice, huh? Yeah, we like to wander sometimes. Our eyes wander, look at this flower, that flower. Each one has different beauty and fragrance. Okay. So, have fun, huh? Have fun. Have fun yourself and leave your master the way he is. He can't change. He won't. difficult. Except I probably come and change him. I invite him for jive. Some people are too late to change, you know. Yes. Except by some extraordinary circumstance or effort. Great shock. The last blow. Yeah? What the Zen master say, the top of the 100-foot pole. You know, you climb from very difficult to climb up to 100-foot pole. And then what next? Jump. Well, some people just hang on there. Yeah, go down, I don't want because I'm on the top. How can I go down? And jump, have no courage. Just hang on the top of the 100-foot pole. Every day hang on there. Don't let go. Okay? But probably someone jump, you see, like me. Every day. Jump different direction. Up and down again, you know. Have fun. Okay? Now you have anything else? Nah?
Pretty much answered my question.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, because in lecture in Stanford you talked about no sin, you know, that we're not sinners. Remember?
We were not sinners.
No sin, yeah.
Yeah.
No. We only learn. Yes. We only stumble like children. When we walk, begin to walk, then we stumble, hurt our knees and our teeth. It's nothing. And then?
You know, I've been in different groups, and you know, you be in a spiritual group, and a lot of things I'm talking about, like, you know, everybody who's like really sort of talking about trying to be a saint or try to be holy, they play a role, you know. And what I'm trying to get through is trying to integrate the spiritual life and a regular physical life. You know, and you pretty much we're talking about that just being natural, and it's okay to have a girlfriend, and
Yeah,
it's okay.
it's okay.
You know, these things.
As long as you need it, have it.
Right.
If you don't, then don't.
Even though you're not a body, you still have a body.
Yeah, sure. If the body make noise, you cannot be quiet.
Right.
Yeah. Just like you have children. Even though you are a big businessman, but you also have to take care of your children, make them quiet before you can talk big business with other partner. If they make noise, stamp their feet all around you and you just ignore them and talk big business, I don't think you can. Okay? If you let the children hungry and napkin doesn't change, and you understand? Children make a lot of noise, how can you talk big business? That's what it is. Just look upon as children. Yeah? Satisfy them whenever you can, whenever it's necessary. Don't overdo things and don't make an important issues out of them. And don't make big deal of them. That's okay. Just ignore them. Give them what they need and don't think anything important about it. Just like when you're itching and you scratch yourself, what sin can that be? Just don't scratch other people. That's all. Just the same. Whatever you do, just don't hurt others. That's all right. Okay? Try to be in the limit. Why we are vegetarian? Because it's also good for us as well as good for others. That's all. It's not a sin. Well, it is a sin when we hurt others. Understand? Because we don't have the right to do that. And also it's against our own principle. Because we don't like other people to hurt us. Therefore, if we don't hurt people, that means we treat ourselves well. We respect our principle that we don't like people to hurt us. Therefore, we set an example not to hurt others. You understand? And that's all. This is the only way we describe sins. But before we know that, we didn't know. We stumble. Yeah, so we make this and that. So now we have a master. The master tell you, oh, this thing, why it's not good? Because it's against your own principle. Therefore, it makes you feel uncomfortable. Not that you kill other person, that the person blame you. Not necessarily he blames you. You blame yourself because you don't like to get killed yourself. And that's the only thing we have to keep away from these killings and non-vegetarian, because it's against our own conscience. You understand what I mean? Not that I tell you to do things because of my commandment or because it's good for me, or it's good for the other person. No, it's good for you. Anything we do against our own conscience and against our own principle works against us. And that created the guilty feeling, and that is the so-called sin. It weighs down on us, make us feel uncomfortable day by day, and after life, until we finish with it. And we make up for it by our own life, or by our own blood, or by, by the other revenge. So the other, when they revenge us, means they help us to free us from this debt. Doesn't mean that person is cruel or anything. Actually, they help us. Understand? To free us from this debt, from the guilty feeling. The guilty feeling is a so-called sin. Okay? That's all. Nothing is really sinful, except when we against our principle. Is it clear? Yeah, we hurt others because we hurt ourselves. Because we don't want to be hurt ourselves. That's it. And when we hurt others, means we against our own wish. We against our own principle. We talk one way and we do the other. Therefore, it makes us feel bad. Yeah. So we try to do it the right way. That's all. Okay.
Well, in the Catholic religion, it says you shouldn't have sex outside of marriage and things like that.
Mm.
So, and then they have from the main point.
Yeah.
They digress.
Yeah.
Okay, and it gets, so all of a sudden you learn as a child, well, you shouldn't kiss, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. And so when you do that,
You feel guilty.
you feel guilty.
Yeah. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. Now, you see what I mean is, marriage, what does it mean? A loving relationship. Yeah. When you love one person, that is a marriage. Okay? Except when you don't really love. What God means is that you should love someone wholeheartedly, otherwise don't. If you don't love that person, then keep away from it until you find a person you truly love, and then everything you do is in love. You understand what I mean? Not by abusing things, bodily sensation, but by love you do things. And love dissolves every guilty feeling, every bad things. Understand now? When you love someone so much, you cannot whether God punish you or not. And then God couldn't. Understand? You don't think of guilt, you don't think of sin, you just love that person and you do everything in that love. And love dissolves everything. Love is the strongest, solution for any sins, for any problems. When you love someone, you truly forgive everything. You forgive your enemies, you forgive everything that hurts you, no? Only when you are in trouble when you're not in love, or when your love is rejected or not fulfilled. Mostly you don't experience like that, yeah? Yes, you do. Anyone falls in love once or twice, or sometimes no. The strong medicine of love. Therefore, what it means, don't have any sex outside marriage relationship. It means truly you should love someone before you have sex, because that means love. That's also love. You understand? Because you love marriage means you truly love that person so much that you want to spend the rest of your life with him or her. That's the only meaning of marriage. That's truly the deep meaning of don't have sex outside marriage. Doesn't mean you have to have a certificate. When you love someone, everything's okay. All right? Yeah. But you don't do it when you don't love. That's all. That's what it means. Understand? Because it hurts you. You don't feel satisfied. And you don't fulfill the partner's satisfaction. Understand? So both gain nothing out of it. So therefore the wisdom of that sentence means be truly in love. Find the loved person first, and anything else is okay. Is that clear? Yeah. It doesn't mean to forbid you. It just gives you a greatest wisdom of all time. That without love, nothing is good. But it's to concentrate it. And then no one knows. And make a sin out of it. Make a great deal, a big deal of everything that's beauty and lovely. Any more question? Give her.
Why have so few women become enlightened?
Because they don't want to be enlightened. Why? They're too conditioned. They hang on to their husbands, their children, and they get satisfaction out of that. Well, that's okay. If they like it that way, why not?
You think then there's no difference between the ability of a man or a woman, or between the...
Yes, also. Men are more liberal. Men are more stable. Women are too emotional, too flying around emotion. Men are more stable. When a man loves a woman, he truly, deeply loves. You understand? And he knows that he loves her. Mostly women are always change around. She doesn't change the man. She tries to change her love. She tries to fly back to her mother's house and make a tantrum so that he might follow her and all kind of things like that. But man doesn't make this sin. When he really left home, he left. You understand? When he truly loves somebody, he just loves. Very stable. So when they get enlightenment, they're also very stable. They don't have to deal much with emotion. You understand? They're more large-hearted, even though woman looks more large-hearted. Yeah. Men are more stable. You see, men are always such sacrifice for women. And that's very near to God's love. You see, he earns a lot of money and he comes home and give it all to his wife, and his wife make all kind of things and buy all kind of rings and wear from this to that, everything, and changing clothes every day. But man, he never complain. He's satisfied with his pair of jeans and old trousers and dirty hand, be a handyman every day. As long as his woman and his children are happy. Women seldom have such a sacrifice spirit. Have you ever seen a woman dress up her husband and give all the money for him to make up or to do the latest fashion? And do all the handiwork in the house for him? And give him the pleasure of raising the children while she goes out to work? No. She complains that raising children very hard, but she enjoys it. Yeah, having a nap in the afternoon and coffee in the morning, chatting in the evening, while the husband goes out sweating on the machine and in the company. Yeah, deal with the difficult boss. I'm sorry, I'm also a woman, don't worry. But I try. I am a woman to understand a woman, to explain to a woman why we are bound. Yeah? We are bound to liberate them. Yeah? We must understand ourselves before we can cure our sickness. Yeah? I'm a woman for some reason. I don't say the bad things or the truth about women to blame them, to blacken my own face, but to guide, to know our own sickness in order to rise out of it, to get the medicine for it. Understand? Men are very stable. Very seldom they change. They only change because women change. Because women rejects them. Because the wife are being cold to them, throw them out, shut them out emotionally. Understand? Then that is the time they change. Because they need the stable love. They don't like this kind of fickle emotion. Understand? They need a stable love just like themselves. Therefore they look for different women because they cannot satisfy with this fickle emotion of his wife. You understand? That's the only reason for men to change lovers or wives. The deep reason is because they are very stable.
Having children makes women less stable?
Who? Make women more stable?
Women less stable.
Are less stable? Not true. They are themselves not stable. It's not the outside condition. It's the character. It's the inborn tendency. Because women are physically not as well as men. You see, they change. They lost blood every month, and they bear children. You know, all these things also make them Yeah. Unstable. Physically. Insecure. Because you have a body which changes every month. Make noise every month. You also feel very disturbed. And men, they do not change anything. Okay? Every day they feel similar. So they're more stable. Yeah? They're more, stable with themselves. Yeah. They're more secured with their body and their mental equilibrium. Yeah. A woman, because of the different changes in bearing children, of shape go out, go in, they feel insecure. Therefore their emotion also are unstable. I guess it helps a little bit. It makes a little bit like that. But then when we are enlightened, we learn to overcome all this deficit and look upon them as just natural phenomena. Yeah. Look at them as a blessing. Makes women feminine the way they are. Make them lovely. Yeah. So most women's skin are more beautiful than men because they change the blood every month. Also it helps. Yeah. All the bad things that throw out. Yeah. Also good. But it takes an enlightened mind to think of all these things as a blessing in disguise. Otherwise, women tend to blame all this and make a misery out of them. Okay? So actually nothing really right, nothing wrong. It depends on the state of mind.